Hey everybody, how's it going? Change of scenery today. Felt like changing it up. Okay, I'm going to review Fog Warning by Edward Lorn today, another book by Edward Lorn. I said I wasn't going to read another of his right away, but it was like 100 pages, so I said, what the hell, why not? And I actually read most of the book in a lobby waiting at a theater for a show to start. I'm one of those people that brings my Kindle everywhere, but it's very quick is what I'm getting at. And I like this one a lot more than Bay's End. You can watch my Bay's End review if you want, but I wasn't too kind to it. I just really didn't think it was all that great, but I saw that he had a lot of interesting ideas, so I wanted to read more of him. And this one I liked a lot more. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Goodreads. I still didn't think it was amazing. It just wasn't amazing. It was just a fine book. That's how I would describe it. But I enjoyed it. It had an interesting hook. Much better written than Bay's End. One of my qualms with that book was that I thought the awkward was a little, did I say the awkward? The writing was a little awkward at times. And I didn't get that this much. As a matter of fact, I felt like this book kind of read like not a Richard Lehman, Jack Ketchum's prose, kind of. Now, I don't mean that as disrespect, like it was derivative or anything. It just read like kind of like a Jack Ketchum book, and I thought it read really well. Like the writing wasn't awkward, it was smooth, it was good, it was funny, and it deals with difficult subject matter. It's a book basically about drug abuse at its core. It's a little spooky, fun little story, but at its core, it is about drug abuse, and it does have some deep or some dark things in it, as seems to be Edward Lorn's style, which I'm okay with. I like, that kind of stuff, but there's a little more to think about in here than just what's on the paper. It plays out like a very just easy 100-page fun little horror story, which is why I liked it more. I kind of got it, like it felt, the pacing was very good. It felt like 100 pages worth of material that was paced out very well from start to finish. And it also takes place in Bay's End. He's got a kind of universe thing going on here. This is not a direct sequel to Bay's End, but there are some characters that you'll remember from that book. I don't think you need to read Bay's End to read this, but you could probably read them in either order. It would be fine. It's that kind of thing, but you'll see some characters. The ending of this was okay. I didn't think the ending was great. I'm not going to spoil anything, by the way, don't worry. I thought the ending was okay. It was definitely a better ending than Bay's End, and it had that little short story kind of zinger ending to it. So I saw this for being a little short, fun story, but I have to say, he just has some great ideas. Like the hook in this that keeps you wanting to read is a mystery, just like Bay's End. This is, again, not a mystery novel. This one actually has some supernatural kind of things in it. I won't spoil it again, but it's kind of a horror thriller kind of thing. And it's almost like, and again, I don't mean this as disrespect, that his ideas he has are almost bigger than the stories he's writing. Like this mystery hook in this one, I want, whoa, like almost like true crime kind of. I want to know what's going on, like what is up with this, what's the mystery? And not much really comes of it. You get answers, but they're just kind of thrown to you. And I think that's just because of the running time. So in saying that I think his ideas are bigger than the story, I think that just some of these hooks that he gets are just really good. And I would like to read something that just goes a little more epic or a larger scale. I don't know if he has longer works, but I feel like, horror generally does work better in a shorter format, but I feel like some of his ideas would work better in a longer format, if that makes sense. So yeah, I like this one. Nothing amazing. Like, if you didn't like it, well, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But I recommend it. It's a short, fun little story. There's something to think about in there. Again, it's dark, so maybe not for everybody, but I enjoyed it. Didn't blow me away, but I'm going to keep reading his stuff. As a matter of fact, he wrote a book with another author whose name escapes me called We Are Legend, which is supposed to be a mashup of I Am Legend and Gremlins. If you could believe that. It's like these kids that are in a zombie or a goblin apocalypse, and they're kind of at this like camp that they're all like their home base basically. And it has like a post-apocalyptic vibe, but the monsters are like goblins. I don't like creature books, but it sounded interesting. I read like 75 pages, and it's pretty good. I'm actually kind of digging it. So I'll review that one too. But yeah, that's it. Everybody, yeah, let me know if you read this one too. Let me know what you're reading, if you're reading anything, or what you plan on reading. The next books for me are probably going to be... I'm going to read a book by Paul Tremblay called Disappearance at Devil's Rock. I heard about Paul Tremblay, and people were like totally split on him, which kind of, normally to me, I end up liking the person when things are split. So I'm interested to see how he writes. And I also have a book called Night Film by Marisha Pessel, which I've wanted to read for ages, and a book called Ohio by Stephen Markley, which I've also wanted to read for a very long time. And I got hardcovers of all of those coming. So yeah, we'll do that. All right, everybody, have a great day. Peace out.